Murder in the Mayor's Suite. English teacher detective Simon Sharkisle usually teaches at Seaside Academy, but whenever a mystery surfaces, people ask for his help. Inspector Grace Yoshiko led Simon Sharkisle into the 9th floor corridor of the ward office. The brass plate reading Mayor South Suite shone dully. The door sat flush in its frame, as if sleepily shut. It looked, and still looks, properly closed. Inside, the mayor slumped at his desk, with the glass and the brown bottle where the light would catch them, and a single page on the blotter. "I resign. I'm sorry. Sleep aids and whiskey," Grace said. Pathology gives us a broad window, somewhere between 2150 and 2320. The security officer handed over printouts. After 2000 hours, every entrance and exit requires a badge. Cameras were undergoing maintenance. They walked the corridor. At the corner, beside the lone multifunction copier, Simon crouched. A fresh maintenance sticker curled at one corner of the copier's panel. The device's audit trail was taped to the side. 2231, letter.pdf, released using the mayor's badge, device 9F01. In tiny type under auth method, a card icon read, badge required at device. He did not speak. He merely looked back toward the suite door, then at a faint scatter near the threshold, 2 pinhead-sized specks, black as pepper, a little waxy to the glove. Grace briefed him as they returned to the office. Deputy K, badged into his own 8th floor office at 2030 and badged out at 2241, an alibi trail. Chief Secretary A, forgotten file, in building entry at 2247, out at 2303. Facilities Officer M, responsible for the camera update, at 2228 his badge opened the 4th floor equipment room and stayed active until 2256 under the 2-person sign-in with the vendor, off the 9th floor when the print was released. "Anyone with a reason?" Simon asked. "Everyone," Grace said dryly. The mayor berated cleaners, threatened staffing freezes, raged at facilities about the aircon, and treated his staff poorly. She let the last word hang. They reviewed the access sheet. The mayor's lanyard lay on the desk, the plastic card tucked in its sleeve. Simon traced the lanyard's edge with a gloved finger and, without touching the door, studied the strike plate, noting the way the brushed metal reflected a hairline seam. He glanced at the page on the blotter. It was clean, new, the toner sat proud on the fibers. He held up the copier log so Grace could see the line he had marked. Grace glanced at the file name. "Letter.pdf, she muttered. "Secretaries love names like that." After 2000 hours, every exit and entry is logged. At 2231, the copier released letter.pdf using the mayor's badge. "What do the suite's entry and exit records show?" Grace frowned. "After 2112 there's no record of any entry or exit. Which means the mayor stayed here until morning." Simon said nothing. Grace went on. "The note was printed by the mayor, right? His card was used. The dead don't use badges, so he must have printed it before he died. If the file came out at 2231, he was alive until then. From the pathology window, that puts his death between 2231 and 2320, about 50 minutes, Simon murmured. "That's where the contradiction lies." "Precisely," was all Simon said, pointing near the jam. There's a trace, black crumbs, almost nothing. Meaning? Grace rubbed her temples. It isn't complicated, Simon said, and quietly told her the killer's name.
Have you solved the mystery? Do you know the answer? Submit your answer at the site below. Scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the video description to send it in. Outstanding answers will be featured in the comments section of future videos. See you next time for another mystery.